And we're live.
You always had a queen by your side. You know I'm ready to ride. Sipping with the smoke on the side. Do what they want, what they like.
Come on in. Bring y'all ass on in. Let me know who all on here. Make sure that you guys share the video. Share the motherfucking video. Because y'all already know what time it is. Bring your ass on in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I know y'all about to come on here and be a little thirsty. Get you something to grab their drink. Come on in, Avery. Come on, who all on here? I see all these people on here, but I don't see no names. Talk to me. I don't see nobody but Avery. Come on in, Crystal. Melissa, come on in. Sheila, come on in, girl. Bring y'all ass on in. Come on in, Laverne. Oh, y'all, come on in. Come on in to live. What's up, Miss T over there on YouTube? Lambda, come on in, girl. Dora, you know what time it is. Alabama is in here. And that's on motherfucking period. Let's go. Share the video. Share the video. Charlene, come on in, Charlene. Y'all see how cute he is on here. Bring your ass on in. Share the video. Cause y'all already know what time it is. Come on in, Della. How you doing? Bring y'all tails on in. Sandra, thank you. Hey, beautiful to you too. Here. Let me give y'all time. Look. Charlene, ain't cute though. He cute. I already knew how y'all was about to be. Y'all about to show out in these comments. I already know. Come on in. Oh, look at Charlene. Charlene said he like big girl. I don't know. Come on in, y'all. I knew y'all was gonna come in with the shit. Charlene, look, I knew y'all was gonna come in with the shit. I already knew it. Oh, girl, Charlene! Oh, child! Oh! Not tonight. He can get the coochie tonight. Oh, girl. Oh! Tonight. She said you can get it tonight. Ooh, child. Anyway, let me go ahead and get this interview started because see, y'all already showing out, and I already knew y'all was gonna come on here and show. I already knew y'all was gonna come on here and show out. But today, look, stand up. Let me tell you something. Girl, look, it's the smile for me, and that's on period.
Hey, so okay. I watch a lot, right? So that song, that's you, correct? That's you?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I don't think you give it enough effort. Can you play it again? Can you play it back a little bit? You don't give them enough for that. Like, I didn't know it was you. I thought it was like somebody else, though.
Who was it?
I don't know.
That's me.
Okay.
For the last time.
Charlene! Stop, Charlene! Charlene! You look! Don't get in no trouble now. Look, I don't know if you can handle it. Don't get in no trouble. Y'all come on in, share the video. Y'all so silly, I swear. I knew y'all was gonna come on here and cut up. Let me give y'all a little more time to come on here. What's up? Hey, period. Girl, look, he just tripped out some who that is. Tried it. Motherfucking tried it. Period. Tried it.
I thought it was like just house music. Seriously, I
No,
thought it
that's me. Come on in and come on in to the live, honey, so we can get this motherfucking party started. I love you dead. Woo! What you said? Oh, Charlene! Come on, you look like it's a hunch. Girl, look, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Look like you trying to find out, sis. Is you trying to get laid and slayed? What's up, cousin? What's up? Valencia, okay, it's a smile for me. Look, Charlene says, keep smiling, damn it. Stop goddamn smiling now. Look. Now they're smiling. Okay, so we about to get ready to get this party started. But yeah, look, let me tell y'all something. Don't play on my goddamn top. No motherfucking more about who that is on us singing, because that's key. Period. So, look, we finna get this interview started because y'all being extra fast on here and look and look, y'all about to Charlene, look, go to the bathroom and wipe your coochie because it's wet. It's wet. You going to look, it's wet. Go pat yourself down, Charlene. Go pat yourself down. Go pat yourself down because you on here just being extra damn fast. So look, we're gonna get this interview started. And on here today we have Lorenzo Marcel. He is the CEO and owner of Just a Reality. I know y'all probably seen me continuously. Charlene, I'm not gonna read these comments because you know what? It's extra. Because he's the CEO and the owner of Just a Reality. You guys have seen me posting about the fashion show that I'm going to be at. That's in Mobile, Alabama, and I've been pushing it, trying to get you guys to buy tickets and stuff because I want y'all to come and see the fashion show, and I also want to chill with y'all because it's gonna be fun and all that kind of stuff, right? All that good stuff coming in. So, Lorenzo, so you have a fashion show coming up, but before we get into the fashion show, I want to talk a little bit about your clothing line. So you came up with the name Adjusted Reality, and I want to know, why did you decide to go with that name?
Okay. All my levels, okay. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah.
Can everybody hear me? Everything sounds good. All right. So okay. So Adjusted Reality, right? It came from a little bit about myself, first of all. Okay. I'm from Pritchard, Alabama. And I'm pretty sure anybody from Alabama knows about Pritchard, Alabama. So basically, I started from humble beginnings. And once I graduated high school, I kind of ventured off to the military life. And it opened my eyes to a whole lot of different things that I probably wouldn't have never, seen while just being out of Pritchard, Alabama. But basically, I started from humble beginnings. And now I'm like, I kind of elevated from that.
Now we here. Yeah. The whole team. Okay. Period.
Yeah, I kind of elevated from that. So, but I still give back to people that are still on humble beginnings, and there's nothing against it. Like yearly, I have book bag drives, different things like that. But that's where I came from. That's where Just a Reality derived from. It was just basically like, okay, my reality was, the humble beginnings that I started from, and then it was like, okay, I've been to Japan, I've been to a lot of different places, and I'm like, I would have never thought about all of this stuff was out here, if I just would have kind of stayed stagnant where I was. But I appreciate everything, so we got Adjusted Reality.
You ain't gonna keep on. Okay, look, Valencia, look, okay, look, let me tell you. First of all, you distracting these people with this smile that you got and these beautiful teeth that you have.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So stop smiling so goddamn much.
Wait a minute. She said wide shoulders, big ass thighs.
That was she said. That's you know, that's what she said. You know,
Okay.
look.
Okay.
Okay. Look. So look. Okay, let's get into the review. Okay, so that's where you came up with the name from it, because you kind of you like you said you came from humble beginnings. You came from the hood, basically. You know, everybody know Pritchard is the hood, and you seen stuff, and so you adjusted your reality to be where you are now. Okay, so what made you decide to start a clothing line? Coming out of the military, it's like, wow, okay, that's what you go to. Most people that come out of the military, they end up doing like security work or becoming a police officer or something like that. So what made you say, let me start a clothing line?
So let's see. All right. My experience after the military, right? I went from being in the military to being a rapper to going to film school to learning how to film, you know, to doing photography, to all of that urban stuff that, you know, it was an art school. So I went to that. And then I became, you know, I won't get too deep into it, but I started working, doing my own thing. And I was like, you know what? All right, wait a minute. Before I go there. All right. So I would go into Walmart and you know those what are novelty tees where you have the different sayings on the shirts. I'm like, you know what? My brain is always running. I'm an overthinker. So I'm like, all right, I know that I can like put different ideas on shirts, you know? And so it started with shirts. And so I would always ask different clothing line, different entrepreneurs, you know, for advice, but they would never give it to me. So I'm like, dang, like nobody won't never tell me anything. So I'm like, okay, so how do I do this stuff? One thing I did learn on this venture, it's like you won't respect it if somebody give it to you, you know? And so the thing was, it was like I was always asking for people. I had one person in particular, I won't say no name. I still respect his hustle, but I asked him about some information, and when I went and researched it myself, bro was about to charge me for his stuff and my stuff. And I was about to pay it because I didn't know any better, you know? But the thing is, it was like, it started out at, you know, my ideas. And I'm like, okay, I could do the same thing that I'm seeing in Walmart. And I'm like, okay, I just need to figure out how to do shirts. It started out as t-shirts. And then I started finding other vendors that will say, okay, we'll do your tracksuits for this price. And I'm like, okay, let me try that. And to be honest, like the logo, the clothing line, I mean, it's, I'm only 2 years in, you know, I'm only 2 years in. I see some people that's 10 years in, and I look to them, even in Mobile, I look to them like as motivation, because I'm like, I'm only 2 years in and I'm all the way where I'm at now. For them to be 10 years in, I still got a ways to go, but I ain't too far behind them, you know? So that's where that started from. And then it was just like, once you put your money into it, you're too deep. And me, right. I'm too deep. I'm too deep right now to even turn around. Like I can't stop if I wanted to. It'll be a shameful thing for me to stop right now because I have too much money invested into it. So I just keep moving. You know, that's where I started from, but I just keep moving.
Okay, so first you started off with the t-shirts, and then you went to the tracksuits. So what gave you what made you decide to go to tracksuits when everybody else was doing tracksuits? What makes your tracksuits? Because first of all, you have really nice clothes, right? And you have really great quality of clothes. And you know, and look, let me tell y'all something. And the way they fit, and the way you see how they fit people, male or female, they look really well. So what made you say, you know, I'm gonna move from t-shirts and then I'm gonna move to tracksuits and see how this works?
All right. So the thing is, I don't know how, like, it's Instagram. I don't know how it works. Instagram and different social media sites. Once I started looking for different things on the internet, it's like they started coming to me. So I started out with t-shirts. I was only looking for a t-shirt vendor. And then while I'm looking for a t-shirt vendor, this other guy pops in the inbox and say, hey, I could do your tracksuits for this price and just let me know. So I'm like, all right. Now, don't get it twisted, because it's not as easy as I'm making it seem, or as I'm saying it right now, because it's like I took a couple of losses, but I respect it, because now I know, like, I can't trust everybody on the internet. And I respect the dollar. I respect the dollar. It was people on Instagram I sent money to. They deactivated their Instagram, and I was just out of luck, So I respect the dollar now, and I respect, the build up to getting where I am. But what happened was I was looking for t-shirts, and then the different vendors hit me up in the inbox saying that, hey, I could do tracksuits for this. So I'm looking at like, okay, I gotta trust somebody someday. So I was like, you know what? I just sent the money, and I was just hoping, and the communication was off. Everything. It's definitely not for the weak-hearted. Like, the communication was off, and I was like, you know what? They're gonna send it back. They're gonna send it back. If they take your money, what are you gonna do? So what I did, I waited, and they came back, and I was like, okay, let me try it. So I just started, I put myself out there, and I'm an introvert, so that's not the easy part. Just put myself out there trying to get someone to follow me or wear my stuff, or that's the hard part for me. So, but I make it happen. I make it happen.
Okay. So when you were deciding that you were going to start a clothing line, and as you started to build and add more things to your collection, what type of what type of hurdles, besides just people taking your money, did you come into? What were some more, because there's people that's going to watch this, and they're going to become really inspired by what it is that you're saying, especially being from Alabama and coming from small beginnings and coming from a place that's really small. What made you feel like, outside of Alabama, what made you feel like you could really like do this? Because it's so many people in Alabama, it's so many people in the city where we're from that are kind of doing the same thing. So stop reading those comments. Stop reading because I can say no. Stop reading the comments.
The comments taking me out, man. But I'm listening. Hey, I need you to ask the question from the beginning, though, because I kind of got sidetracked a little bit, and I apologize. But
So what made you feel like this was something that you just really wanted to do? The market is very saturated.
Yes.
What made you feel like this was something that you needed to step into and that you wanted to do? And do you think you brought to it?
Okay, that's a great question. So it's oversaturated. That's totally true, and that's actually discouraging. It's been times like me and my me and my partner, we sit and we talk about it all the time, but it's oversaturated. And he always tell me, he's like, man, don't worry about that. Like, don't even look at it. He said, you got meaning. We got meaning, and it's like, okay, the tagline for Just Reality is to motivate individuals to take charge of their lives and make the proper adjustments. You know what I'm saying? And so he was like,
wait a minute, hold up, okay, come on, come on, the tagline.
Yeah, he basically like have to remind me sometimes, because it gets discouraging to see all. I mean, I respect everybody's hustle, and it gets discouraging though, because it's like all of these clothing lines coming out. Why me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what can I do to make people follow me? And we got all these different clothing lines, all this different stuff coming out. So it's just like, I just got to find a way to make it happen for me. So what I did, I kind of stopped like looking around at different clothing lines, because to be honest with you, and I learned this in life, If you're in the environment of a lot of different people, you will become that. You know what I'm saying? You will become that, even if you don't try. You will become that. And it's just because that's all you see all day long. That's all you see. And I try to stay like, I pick up certain things from different people, marketing wise, but I try not to even pay attention to their clothing. I still shop with different people because I want them to know that I support them, even though I have my own line. You know, I don't want nobody to think that I'm a hater, because I'm not. I'm not a hater. You know, I respect everybody's grind. I respect everybody's dollar, but I do. I have ran into those different situations like that, but I just kind of try to tone it out. It's motivation, actually. Like we have a few different clothing lines that are motivating, you know, in this area. You know, they're doing stuff that I haven't seen, you know, especially locally. And it's impressive because, like I said, I'm at year number 2 and I'm not all the way where I want to be, but I'm making a little noise, you know. We have a guy here in Mobile that opened up, I mean, before my eyes. Like I said, I'm only on year 2, but before my eyes, we have a guy that's opened up maybe over 10 stores, you know, and in this region, in the southern region, and that's actually impressive. Tony Davis, secret scientist. We also have Damian and Chris from Toulon. They're in Atlanta, Mobile. They're actually making moves, and I'm like, okay, I'm just on year number 2. Those guys been in it for a while. But it's all motivation, you know, just seeing that. Yeah. Okay. So
look, let me ask you what. Okay. All right. So look, let me ask you something. So I see, because of course I had to go and like stalk your page, and I see where you give back a lot in your community. What is the importance of giving back, and why do you give back the way you do?
I just remember being that guy, you know. I remember being those kids. I remember that. I remember getting up early in the morning, going to free lunch, even though the environment that I was from, we made it seem like a sport, because we went to multiple free lunches early in the morning just to go, right, you know, just to hang out with our friends. But we still was eating that ham sandwich, the juice, the milk, the 2 plums. You know, we were doing that. It was all a part of it. Period. You know what I'm saying? It was all a part of it. You understand? It was all a part of it. We leave up, we go to the free lunch, we end up fighting every day, and then we go back and we still play with them in the evening time. But I know that part. So what I did, you know, when I did get to the point where I can give back to my community, I just do that. And a lot of times, even at my prime right now, like, I can't say that I regret any of that. And that's actually more fulfilling to me than making profit. You know, just to be able to give, that's more fulfilling to me than making profit. You know, I do want profit. I appreciate profit, but it makes me feel good to be able to give, you know, because I remember being that person that was receiving, you know, and that's just what it is.
Okay, so stop reading the comments because they're gonna throw you off.
Yeah, so, you see my eyes going over there.
I see them. So one of the things that you do is you do a book bag drive, and you give away, like, I think at your last one you gave away maybe like over 400 book bags. Yep. And like I shot something to you the other day where I seen a woman that was on my show, and she had like a surprise gifts that she gave like it was her daughter's birthday. And when her daughter came in, I seen that she had the book bag on. I was like, wow, okay. So what made you go to giving children book bags? What is the importance of giving them a book bag? Because so many people see that as something being the small. Stop reading comments. Something they can look. All right. So So what made that part important? Why did you choose to give back book bags? Because some people can look at book bags and think that, that's okay, it's book bags, it's something small. But I actually, if you go to some of these places and you see some of the things when people are having drives and stuff like that, that is one of the things that they give back, because that's something that everybody's gonna need for school. So what made you say, you know what, I'm not gonna give back turkeys, I'm not gonna give back do food drives, I'm gonna give back book bags? What made you choose that?
All right, so me and my partner, we working on turkeys. We working on turkeys. We working on that. And this year may be the year, but it's kind of too early to call right now. The physical year hadn't ended yet. But so the book bags, they came from all right. So let me I don't know if it's a lot of people on here from Alabama, from Mobile, but when I was growing up, we had this thing called Harvest Church, which is the same type of carrying on as Orange Grove had the Yogi Bear. It was all the same. Those people came in the community and they did community events. I never understood it. I understand it now. So the thing is,
stop it. Look, Charlene, and just hold on just a second. Look, let me tell y'all something. Charlene, this man can't even really get through this interview. First of all, he need to stop watching these comments, because
I know, but it's hard. Like
it's hard, but you're gonna see, you looking at him again. You looking at him. Look,
I'm just saying this platform is popping, like, for real, like, no lie. And I don't know who need to hear this, but yeah, y'all in the right place. I ain't know that. Like, we in somebody's business, and society don't society don't look at it well. I'm a fan of somebody's business, but I'm a man. Is that okay for a man to be in somebody's business? Maybe not, but society don't look at it well. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it's popping over here.
It's definitely popping over here. So yes, Charlene. First of all, let me just say something right quick. To all the women on here, I'm gonna need y'all to, because a lot of y'all got fans. I just sent out like 400 fans, right? So a lot of y'all got fans. I need y'all to make y'all fans and clap it right now, clap it, and kind of fan a little bit between y'all legs, because shit is hot and bubbling and brewing and all that kind of shit. And see, the man can't even do the interview because all other kind of stuff that y'all got going on over here. Oh, she said, "Slang that hair again, girl." Look.
So you see it? Wait a minute. You see it? Huh? That's just now just playing. But no. So I'm gonna need, first of all, I'm gonna need you to give me that question again, because I totally forgot.
Because you forgot, because you come.
I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You gotta stop. Okay. Look, I forgot what question I asked. You need to stop. You throwing me off. Look, y'all really showing out today. Y'all showing out today. Okay.
Definitely.
So you started doing the book bag drives. Yep. What made you choose book bags? What made you say, let me give book bags back to my community? What was the importance of doing that?
So book bags, all right. Yeah. So I partner with a couple of different people when doing the book bag drive, the Fuse Factory in Mobile, the Historic Avenue Foundation in Mobile. So if you guys haven't never heard of that, just look it up. The Historic Avenue Foundation. It's actually like a mirror of what I'm used to, So I found that company, that what's the word I'm looking for? Nonprofit organization. Yeah. So I found that nonprofit organization, and it's definitely what I'm used to. So I kind of partner with them, and every year. So when I first started, I did 200 book bags, and I seen the impact that it had on the community. And a lot of people, something so small as a book bag, a pack of pencils, a pack of paper, a lot of people don't even have that. And we don't know. We don't even know. Even though that Walmart will drop the prices down for tax-free weekend, a lot of people don't have that. And nothing against people, but a lot of parents won't even just go and get that. So we decided to go ahead and give them a little boost off, so they can see, all right, somebody care, And so even when you sent me that video of that young lady with that book bag on, still to this day, because the first book bags that we gave out was July of 2019. And we started out with 200. The second time we gave away book bags was in October of 2020. Yeah. And so now for it to be May of 2021 and that young girl still walking around with that book bag, it made my heart kind of like, and I'm no punk, but it made my heart kind of like tingle a little bit, because I didn't even know anyone was still out here, even I don't know, pledging to adjust their reality, and that's what's on the back of the book bag. I pledge to adjust my reality. I've also I won't go into that yet.
Go into it.
The book bags. Yeah, I mean, it made me feel proud. It definitely made me feel proud. The little girl turned 7 years old. I don't know her name. I can't remember her name, but just to see her going in the house, going through her presents and her book bag, she had that book bag on. It kind of did something to me, and it made me feel good. It definitely made me feel good. So if I don't even make a profit, and that's the thing, majority of my profits that come from my clothing line, it goes to the community. I'm big on that. Like, I don't need the profits. I don't need anything regarding the just reality. I don't need any funds from that. It mostly go to my community because some kind of way, because I just have that in my heart. For some reason, I just have that in my heart. I'd rather give than receive.
Okay. See, you might find you a wife on here today because look, that is that. David said they own you, Zoe. They own them. So look, that is important, and that's endearing, because stop.
Yeah, I'm good.
Quit reading the comments. Look at the comments.
I'm straight ahead. All right, I'm good.
Okay. So that is I cannot. I can't read the comments. My damn self. Look. So look. You did the drive and you gave back the book bag, and of course you seen the little girl and you seen the impact that it has, which shows you that if people are still walking around with them, they're still going to school with them, that it served a purpose, and there was a need that you filled in the community. So fast forwarding to this fashion show that's coming up, and it's your first fashion show, and you decided to call the fashion show Spring into Summer. What made you decide to even name it that?
Okay. So,
and how did the idea come about?
Okay. So I was on Facebook around in December. I know it was in December. And one of my like I said, one iron sharpens iron, One of the as a matter of fact, Global Grind. That's Quentin Vines. I made a post. I can't remember the post, but he said, yeah, you should do a fashion show. And I looked at it and I was like, I won't do a fashion show. Like, I'm an introvert, so I'm like really scared to do this kind of stuff, I'm really scared. Like, I don't want to put myself out there and then it don't happen like I want it to happen, like I imagine it. So I'm like, so I talked to my partner and he was like, let's do it. So I'm like, man, you serious? Like, you think we can pull it off? He was like, yeah, let's do it. I said, man, I'm really nervous at that point because he was like, yeah, let's do it. And so I was like, B, so if if we go ahead and go live and say we're gonna do this, we gotta do it. And we gotta do it like for real. Like no kind of it's gotta be all the way there. Right. So he said, let's do it. So I said, all right, cool. So he made a post saying we looking for models. And then before I can even think twice, models hitting them up. Boom, boom, boom. I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of it. So I'm like, oh, we might be on to something. And this was in January. He was like, yeah, I got all these people that's ready to, model. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me go to the drawing board and put some pieces together. So we went to the drawing board, put some pieces together, and it was like, all right, cool. So we got all of these pieces. Then at this point, we got to send it off to the people to make it. So we went ahead and did that. And then he was like, all right, cool. So whole time, even still to this day, I'm still nervous because I'm an introvert. I'm still nervous. I'm like, you know what? Like, I can say that if anything, that whole fashion show is taken care of already. But it's like my thing is I gotta make sure that mug is packed out because in my mind it's huge. In my mind it's huge. Everybody don't think the same, but in my mind it's already huge. It's huge. So it's gotta pack out. It's gotta do what I was thinking when we came up with it. It's gotta do that. And so we came up with the idea of spring in the summer. So he was like, spring in the summer. Actually, my partner Brian, he came up, he was saying spring in the summer. I was saying something else, but it was like, we already missed spring, we're in the summer. The fashion show is June 4th. So he was like, let's go with spring in the summer. So we locked in there and we just roll with it, it's just what it is. But it's spring in the summer because, spring already passed. We didn't catch spring. June 4th, we're in the summer, so we're in between. So okay. That's where the name came from.
Okay, so what can we look forward to coming from your fashion line? What kind of looks can we look forward to seeing?
Oh, yeah, we got bathing suits, we got short sets for the guys, we got chill sets for the females, we got t-shirt dresses. We have different things. And to be honest with you, I'm really new at this female side of it because it's always been unisex. But we're really trying to expand over to the female side. So there will be female pieces in the fashion show. Actually, we have about 27 different looks for the fashion show. So we are trying to feed over into the female line, so you have to be there, you have to be there.
You're like y'all, like all y'all that's on here, because a lot of y'all from Mobile and I can see it. Oh my God, this cannot stop. Don't look. Look, they need some. Look, they need some ice and put it in their drawers because they just, they just really doing the most.
I just see.
You saw that.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, and look, I want y'all to put all y'all questions in the comments. We ain't gonna talk about, what he got in his drawers and all that. But like, if you have real questions and stuff, put them in the comments so I can ask him. So we can do like a little Q&A at the end. Okay, so where do you see your fashion line? I would say 5 years, but I really don't like to look that far because I'm a person that likes to live in the moment. So I'll go as far as a year. Where do you see Adjusted Reality in a year? And where do you?
That's hard to tell. I have faith in it. I'm kind of, like I said, I'm kind of too far to turn around. It's to the point now. I would like to open up a store, and I've been looking at different places. I don't know if I'm ready to open up a store, but if the opportunity presents itself, I'll be in the store somewhere in Mobile. I mean, I'm gonna start here in Mobile so I can manage everything. But that's that's the next step. I'm heading to a storefront. Yeah, I'm heading to a storefront.
Yeah, turn me down. I'll read them damn comments. Okay, so you wanna eventually have like a brick and mortar type of place. And okay, so what? Okay, let's see. Let me ask you this. What do you think your base is? What is your base? Who does Adjust the Reality cater to? Is there an age group? Is there an age limit? Is there an urban? Are you trying to cater to like the urban people? Or what is it that, who do you cater to?
That's a good question. To be honest with you, I would like to say it's kind of urban. But then there's a lot of different. I know you may see like a lot of people saying they, this is my drip, all these different crazy colors, and that's cool and all, but we don't go that deep into it to have all these different colors, I mean, sometimes we may do a abstract color, but the fact that I think it's pretty simple. It's pretty cut and dry. So it's like, I would say the teenager up to, I think anywhere from teenager to 40, to 45 to 50, depending on your mindset, it's available for everyone. That's what I like to say. And we're actually thinking about kind of doing some toddler sets. But we're still in the thought process on that, the brainstorming situation on that.
Because everybody needs to adjust their reality, even if you're a baby. Hell, they can rock it too. So with the fashion show that you have that's coming up, it's a spring line. So I'm pretty sure like you said, you got the t-shirt, dresses, and you got like all the stuff that people will wear in the summer. It's like a summer spring line. Let me ask you, so what size do you go up to? Because like I know from my audience goes all the way up from like, teensy weensy like me up to like 2-3X. Because these women on here got ass and hips and titties. These are real women. These are not necessarily bodies on here. So what do you cater to plus size women? Do you have that?
Actually, that was a topic that came up when me and my partner was actually kind of tapping into the female side of things. And we do have, I think we go up to 2X, like on a t-shirt dress, but the bathing suits, they kind of go up to like 3X, 4X.
Okay.
It's kind of, we have, like I said, the bathing suits go up to like 2, 3. I think 4X. 4X is the biggest on the bathing suit.
Okay.
And yeah. So, but the t-shirts, I think they go up to 2X. But like I said, this is our first time tapping into the female clothing. So I'm sure over time it'll kind of evolve. We start from extra small all the way up to 4X. So good.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Let's get into this fashion show. So we pop up at the fashion show, right? Who will we see on the runway? Are we gonna see? Because a lot of people, when they do these fashion shows and they do this kind of stuff, I have to call in for my thick girls because I got a lot of thick girls on, and they're just on period. So when we come in, when we come in and we see the women walking down the runway, are we going to see real women? Are we going to see real bodies? Are we going to see people that look like everyday women and not women that went and altered their bodies? But because most people that are gonna buy your stuff, they don't necessarily have, and I know on my end and from my audience, they don't necessarily have they're real women. They're everyday women. So when we go to the fashion show, will we see real women, or is everybody's body adjusted also?
So I will say this. So in my lineup, I think we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we have about 10 models. And out of those 10 models, I think 3 are, we have 3 plus size, we have medium, we have large, we have small. So it's different varieties of sizes. But we do have plus size models as well that are very confident, So
Right, man, and that's very important because when you buy stuff and when you want to and when you come to a fashion show, especially one like this, you want to be able to look at women that look like you, because you want to be able to see when you look at a woman, whether you look at a smaller woman or a thicker woman, you want to be able to look at somebody and you can like vision how you're gonna look in what they have on. So that's very, very important. And so look, okay, period, Nikki said we need to see some bitches with some fupas. Period. Okay. We need to see some women, we need to see some women that have babies and all that kind of stuff, and they got real body. They want to be fine and sexy. So quit looking at them comments, Lorenzo.
I'm good.
And you want to see, you want to see, and you want to be able to look up there and like, okay, she represent me. You want to see somebody that represent who you are, and not anybody that's necessarily like something that you'll see just like an Instagram model. But you want to look on there and see yourself and know exactly how you'll look and what it is that you have. So look, we before we even go any further, because these comments are really just off the chain. Who wants to Chantel, stop, Chantel. Any questions that you guys have? I'm gonna go back. Put them in the comments so I can go back. Okay, well, you kind of answered the question. Charlene, who needs to get something to drink? I'm gonna drink something for you, Charlene, because you good. You parched over there. You Charlene is a little parched.
Yeah, I personally.
Charlene wants to know: Do you service the big girls? And you kind of already, answered that you do service the big girls.
And the crazy part about it, when I started out the gate, that was already on my mind. Like I said, the first tracksuits that I did, I kind of got left with a lot of them because I did service that, and I went all the way up to 4X. But the thing is, I wasn't worried about it, because I did take a loss, but I turned it into a blessing at the end of the day, because what happened was the first set of tracksuits that I had, I got stuck with a lot of them, because a lot of people, I'm a new kid on the block. So a lot of people didn't know, for one. And then, maybe some females didn't think that I had that size. My name is still, kind of buzzing, getting a little buzz out here in the streets. But long story short, I had those on hand. So what I did, I took them to the waterfront rescue mission in Mobile, and I kind of blessed the homeless with them. The first set of tracksuits that I had. And still to this day, I will drive down Spring Hill Avenue and see homeless sitting on the side of the road with a Just Reality sweatsuits on. It turned into a blessing for them, and I was able to write it off. But it still made me feel better to see someone out there with that on, because I'm sure they wouldn't be wearing it if they didn't have to wear it,
Right. Okay. Why should people buy tickets and show up to your fashion show?
All right. First of all, it's so this fashion show is going to be at Building 505. First of all, we got DJ Tech in the building. We got comedian Taboo, which is really he's an up and coming comedian, but you wouldn't even think that once you hear him. We got C Now performing. which is a Mob Town legend. We got
Right.
Mario Parrish, aka Moti, which is a Mob Town legend. He's performing as well. So it's full of entertainment, and I just think that they will get their bang for their buck. We still have VIP tickets, we still have general admission tickets, but I think they will get their bang for the buck. And it's on a Friday night, so I don't think a lot of people have anything going on anyway. So,
and because it turns into a party after the show,
definitely turns to a party after the show.
It turns into a party. So, how much are the tickets? How much are the VIP tickets, and how much are like general admission tickets?
So, general admission tickets are $25. And the VIP tickets are $50. I have an Eventbrite that's running, and that's you can just type in spring in the summer in Mobile, Alabama, and it should pop up. But if not, you can actually find me on social media. You can go to Adjusted Reality page on Facebook or Instagram, and you can actually find me on Facebook as Lorenzo Marcel, LORENZO MARCEL, and the link is floating around there somewhere. I share so much stuff, it's on there somewhere. So you just have to.
Okay, and I'm also gonna reshare the link on my page because I have it on my page and I post a lot as well. So I'm definitely gonna share it on my page. And look, y'all need to really like go ahead and get these tickets because the way y'all going in on here. You guys will actually be able to see him up close and personal. Since y'all draws and stuff that got wet and soaked and all that stuff since you've been on here. So, and instead of just seeing him on the screen, he's actually you'll see him. He's not too accessible, but he's accessible enough. And as you guys can totally see, he's really humble. And if you don't have any other reason to come because of his heart. If you don't get anything else out of this interview, I want you guys to really see his heart and see who he really is at his core. Because at his core, he's a giver. At his core, he's a humanitarian. And so you guys should definitely come and support. And besides that, he's a Black man that's doing something so positive in his community because he could be doing a whole lot of things. He could be doing a whole lot of stuff. He could be in a whole lot of trouble and on a whole lot of bullshit. But he decided that that's not the path that he wanted to choose. He chose a different path. And okay, that's all. I'm going to give you a clap. He chose a very positive path. So if you don't come for anything else, come for that smile and those dimples, and come because he's just a really solid, good dude. So anything else besides look, and let me ask you this before we go. With the VIP tickets, what do they what do they get, or what do they get to be? What space do they get to be in buying a VIP ticket?
So the VIP tickets, all of those VIP tickets have access right alongside of the runway. With that, you get a VIP bag. With that VIP bag, you get a couple of different Adjusted Reality items. And to be honest with you, just off the top of my head, I know $30 worth of Adjusted Reality items will be in the bags. So you're still just sitting at $20, with $30 worth of free stuff, if you want to look at it that way. But there will be different like low clothing lines or different companies in the Mobile area that have coupons in the bag. They have submitted those. So those will be in the bag as well. And a couple of little spirits for you to get in your mind while sitting on the side of the runway.
Period, because we're gonna need the spirits.
Yeah, need the spirits.
We need the spirits. Okay, so do anybody have? Because y'all ain't even asking questions. Y'all just being real hot and fast. But
I thought I was gonna have a lot of questions. This was too easy.
This is like the easiest interview that you'll ever do. This is the most laid back interview that you will ever have. And I want to say thank you for choosing somebody's business to come on here and, kind of like, put yourself out there, because I'm a growing platform as well. And I love to reach back home and get people that from where I'm from and kind of give them a platform and a space to be able to showcase what they have and what they're doing.
Yeah. So the crazy part about it, right? Like we were sitting at, and my partner told me, he was like, "Yo, somebody business just purchased the ticket." I'm like, "Who?" Like, let me go and research this. Like, and I looked and I'm like, so I was really honored when I saw that. With you and your team coming down, I'm like, maybe she's gonna be in there. I don't care. Like, I was honored to see that you purchased the ticket. And I'm pretty sure you could have been like, okay, I'm coming. What I'm saying, make room for me, but you didn't do that. You purchased the ticket, and I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay, so look, this brings us to the end of our interview. Is there anything else, any parting words that you would like to have before we sign off?
You can find me on Facebook, Lorenzo Marcel. That's my personal page. Or you can find me on, my business page is Adjusted Reality. Instagram, Adjusted Reality. Or you can go to the website, adjustedrealityclothing.com. Just like that.
So make sure that y'all go on there. Don't just go on there and look. Actually go on there and make a purchase. Come to the fashion show. This is his first fashion show. He put a lot of thought into it. He's put a lot of money into it. And just come and support. Come show a nigga some. I got to get a little hood. Come show a nigga some love. You know what I'm saying? The best way that you can show your support with somebody to somebody is, look, I want to ask you this before we get off here. I got to ask you this. How has the support been? How has anybody been trying to, you ran across any hook man's
support? Give me one second. Give me 1 second, right? Give me 1 second.
Okay. I'm gonna give you 1 second. Oh Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. Y'all.
I'm back. All right, support. I'm glad you asked me that question though.
Yeah, I have to ask you that before we get off here. You
know what? I can't worry about that, it's hold on, wait a minute. It's not where I thought, and maybe it's because everyone is not the same, and down here in the southern region, a lot of people make plans right on time. They don't plan ahead. So I have been getting a lot of sales. However, I haven't been getting a lot of sales that I thought I would have, got from the beginning. But I can't lose myself into that, It is what it is. And I still appreciate everyone, whether they come or not. I could just do what I can do. I can't control anyone else. I can't control, where they want to spend their dollar, but I do feel like I've contributed a lot to the community. And if anything else, they should come out and just hang with me for the night. That's all I ask.
Yeah, come kick it. Look, Janae, I need you. So can you say what the name of your website is again, so Janae can pin it in the comments and they can just like click it and go straight to the website?
Yeah, you could pin it in but it's www.adjustedrealityclothing.com. And if you look to my right or left, it's spelled exactly like that, Adjusted Reality. And just put clothing.com right there.
Okay. There. All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming on here and doing your thing and for coming on here and just letting everybody know, because it's real inspiring. And y'all can see he's very humble. Very humble. Thank you for just coming on here. You could have chose any platform to come on, but you came on here to kick it an interview with little old me.
Gotta kick it with T. Gotta kick it with T.
Period. That's on motherfucking period. So, guys, make sure that you I'm gonna share his link again. Make sure that you hit the link and get you a ticket so you can come kick it with us. It's gonna be plenty of people that's gonna be there. You got music, you got comedy, you have the fashion show. It's gonna be a vibe. So make sure y'all come and make sure y'all support. Don't go outside of Mobile, and if you in Mobile, and support everybody outside of Mobile and Pritchard, and don't come home and show love and support. So that ends our interview. Thank you so much, Lorenzo.
Appreciate everything.
So, as usual, y'all know I love everybody that love me. I fuck with everybody that fuck with me. And as usual, if you don't, bye, bitch. I'll see y'all.